Hi, this is Eva Lichru and I'm a Greek psychotherapist and coach in London. There have been some really difficult times for us Greeks, whether we live in Greece or anywhere else in the world for that matter. I have shared this feeling with many of my clients, my readers and of course my friends. So today's episode will be about finding the strength to move on, to find the strength to overcome anything that might come along, even when least expected. Unlike other episodes, today I won't share with you a specific question that I have received. Instead, you will allow me to talk about life. I hope today's content will give you some food for thought. It might inspire you and motivate you to see things in a different light. Wherever you might be, whatever you might be facing, no matter what are your personal circumstances. If you haven't noticed, life happens. No matter how perfectly prepared and planned your life is set up to be, life, it just happens. No matter how secure you believe yourself and your life to be, you just never know what and when a change will come. A change that might seem sudden and quite terrifying. Life and loss go hand in hand. Therefore, unexpected life and loss happens in many forms. Loss of finances, loss of security, loss of partnership, and loss of life itself. It is really easy to sink into those losses. It is really easy to believe that it's happening to you. So today, I would like to propose some helpful coping strategies you could try out next time you find yourself struggling to overcome anything. I really hope this content might provide you with the answers you were looking for. Point number 1. Look within for strength. I'm sure that whatever it is that you're going through, especially if you're Greek, it doesn't feel great right now. It might feel unfair, unjustified, or even unbearable. I have often heard my clients realize that they haven't really been taught how to be strong, or how to stay confident, or how to survive when the going gets tough because they were overprotected by their family. Well, trust me when I tell you that it's your duty to look for your inner strength. Fortunately, there is no timeline, no set period for finding your own strength, no perfect timing to pick up resilient behaviors and coping skills. Remember that the ability to turn around is always there. Besides, if you don't appreciate your own strength, I'm afraid that you're selling yourself too short. And maybe it's time to appreciate your true value even during those difficult times. Just try to go back and think of a challenging moment that you had managed to overcome successfully something in the past, and then do this again and again until you can convince yourself that it is no accident that you're still standing strong and capable of dealing with pretty much everything. Point number 2. Don't create more damage in the process. I know it's very common for people to try to distract themselves or even numb themselves in an attempt to deal with the pain, with uncertainty, with fear. However, I would strongly encourage you to try to stay in the moment instead of overeating, overdrinking, shutting down in various ways, not taking care of yourself, taking unnecessary medication, making rash decisions, and the list goes on and on and on. Have faith in yourself that you have all the knowledge and all the power to go through what it is that you're currently going through. And if you haven't been able to realize this so far, use this challenging opportunity to explore something new about yourself. Wait to see what else is there for you which you might have not been aware of before. Of course, you're allowed to have sleepless nights, but there is no need to create any additional damage. Point number 3. Choose wisely how you would like to spend your time in the meantime. There are various productive ways on how you might decide to spend your time. One example could be to get inspiration from what other people have managed to do in a similar situation and equally imagine yourself maintaining the same result. For example, while you're going through a relationship breakup, you might get strength and inspiration from the wonderful relationship your friend has built. Of course, I'm not talking spending time thinking negatively or feeling jealous of your friend's success, but rather ask, observe, and think about it in a way that you could also achieve it in the future. Another way could be to explore something new to work on, something different to focus on. Now be the time to prepare yourself for that one thing that you truly desire than now. Another great alternative would be to spend some time engaging in activities that you have never done before, such as volunteering an hour of your time to offer your services to the nearest charity, or reading a book on a new subject, or listening to a podcast that you've never heard before. Anything that will enable you to change your state of mind and appreciate things in a different way. Point number 4. Try to think of something positive that might come out because of all of this. I know that when you're going through the mess, the heartbreak, the shock of a sudden uncontrollable situation, it's difficult to acknowledge if there is anything good coming out of it. However, a different mindset that you can adopt whenever you're going through a difficult time would be to embrace the idea that life is happening for you, not to you, as my teacher Tony Robbins very often says. Once you adopt this mindset, you will get to realize that yes, you might have been conditioned to react a certain way, but it's no longer necessary to do so. What is necessary for you to do is to keep your eyes and heart open towards whatever it is that you desire. Another way you could try to change your mindset would be to distance yourself from the current situation. A great way to achieve this would be to either pretend to see yourself from a distance, as this was happening to someone else instead of you. What would you say to them? What could they do differently? Finally, there are 2 very helpful questions you could ask yourself. Which ability or talent of mine do I need to cultivate even more in order to deal with this situation? What can I learn from all of this? Before I wrap this up, here's a tweet for you to share. No matter what you're going through, be committed to overcoming it. Now I would love to hear from you. What has been the most helpful point from today's episode? How are you planning to put it into action? Let me know in the comments below. As always, sign up to receive updates from me at evanlihu.com and don't forget to share this video with your friends. And remember, we all share the same challenges. As long as we share and learn from each other, the better the quality of our life is going to be. See you next time.